UFC 327 is right around the corner. Main event is Jiří Procházka versus Carlos Ulberg. But I'm going to give you my prediction for every single fight on the card. We'll work our way through this early prelim quickly because yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Lots of fizzle bouts. I reckon we might get a few more cancellations before the event comes around. 12 fights on the card as of right now. First fight of the night, Charles Radke versus Francisco Prado. Prado's pretty trash, I'll be honest with you. He's on like a 3-fight losing streak. He's got one win inside the UFC. I can't even remember who it's over. We'll go check just to Ottoman as. Yeah, I mean, 2 years and 8 months ago as well. Hasn't had a win inside the UFC for a good little while now. I know Charles Radke, isn't incredible, but Carlos Pratas, not a bad loss really, and then Mike Malott, not the worst loss in the world. That's not particularly good, but it's not the worst in the world. And then we've got some okay wins, some okay wins. So I'm liking Charles Radke just because he'll be able to perform, whereas it seems as Francisco Prado doesn't really perform. But yeah, so we're going to go with Charles Radke. I'm thinking it's going to be a decision, personally. I think it's going to be a boring decision to open the night. But yeah, we're going to go with Charles Radke by decision over Francisco Prado. On to the next one. We've got Kelvin Fatsalam versus Vicente Luque. I will be surprised. My prediction for this fight is that the fight gets cancelled because Kelvin Gastelum misses weight again. That's my prediction. I want to pick Vicente. I do want to pick Vicente Luque. I just don't think I can. I honestly just don't think I can. I don't think he's going to win. I think if Kelvin Fatsalam misses weight, not egregiously enough, and they still put the fight on, I think Fatsalam just kind of blobs him. Fatsalam's a weird way. He can blob you no matter what weight. He's a blobber. He is a blobber. He invented blobbing. Did Kelvin Fatsalam. The heavyweights perfected it. But Kelvin Fatsalam, he's the guy who invented blobbing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with Kelvin Fatsalam, provided this fight even happens. Provided this fight even goes ahead. Kelvin Fatsalam makes weight, then I'm going to go with Kelvin. I mean, even if he misses weight, I'm still going to go with Fatsalam. But yeah, I'm hoping for Vicente, though. I hope Vicente gets it done. It's a shame. How the mighty have fallen, Vicente Luque. Oh, well. So yeah, we're going with Kelvin Gastelum. Again, it's likely going to be a decision. It's probably going to be a decision. I'm going with the favourite anyway, yeah. I think people are... Yeah. Okay, well. Not an interest in there from their predictions. No cool little dogs. Look, I'd be willing to go for Vicente Luque. It's just fucking Kelvin Fatsalam, man. He's a weird little specimen. He's a weird little creature. And like sometimes he'll come in fat, absolutely morbidly a beast, gas out, look awful, boring fight. I don't know. And sometimes Vicente Luque just doesn't seem like he can switch on anymore. So, yeah, I snapped my fingers, by the way. I don't know if I made that clear. I've cropped the camera extra small today. Yeah. On to the next one. Marquel Medeiros versus Chris Padilla. I'm feeling Chris Padilla. I'll be honest with you. I'm thinking Chris Padilla fairly easily in this one. I struggle to put a method to it. I want to say decision just to be safe because, that's what we're going to do. But Chris Padilla does seem to get quite a lot of finishes, even inside of the UFC. Nice little TKO over Ishmael Bonfim. That was pretty good. I think I picked Chris Padilla to do that as well. I think we picked him to beat Rong Zhu, right? No, we didn't. We didn't do a prediction for that one. We did. Did we do Jai Herbert? No, I don't think we did do Jai Herbert. So I think we picked him to beat Ishmael Bonfim in recent history. Are we sure? Voice crack. Are we sure? I swear I'm not a teenager. I just need to wet my whistle. It's a tough one. Sorry for the prolonged moments of silence. I am leaning towards Chris Padilla. I feel like Chris Padilla can get a knockout, man. Chris Padilla can put hands on you, and I do think I think Crispy Tortilla. I think Crispy Tortilla's probably going to get hands on Markwell Medeiros, and yeah, I'm going to say Crispy Tortilla gets it done. I mean, Chris Padilla gets it done over Markwell Medeiros. On to the next one. It's going to be a TKO. I'm going Chris Padilla by TKO. I got caught up making tortilla jokes. I don't even know why. Whatever. I just seen the Mexican thing by Lupita Godinez and was like, ooh, crispy tortilla. Anyway, we're back in the game now. My apologies. Next fight, Tatiana Suarez versus Lupita Godinez. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. The women's divisions have been getting like... We all shit on the women's divisions, don't we? We all absolutely take... From a great height, we all take a shit on the women's divisions fairly regularly. And it's not unjustified. It's not unjustified. It never has been unjustified. But recently, the women have been doing a thing. Recently, man. Lupi Godinez, decisions, not a woman doing a thing. You know, not really a woman doing a thing. Of course, this is strawweight, so we are itty bitty women. Getting some nice submissions here, Jessica Andrade, submission over Jessica Andrade. Yeah, you know, it is still a tough one. Do I think Lupita Godinez can get it done? Do I think Tatiana Suarez can get it done? Let me see. Physical attributes wise, Tatiana Suarez is older, but she's also taller and longer. It's a tough one. It's a tough one with the women, man. It really is. It's always a tough one with the women. I think this fight goes to a decision, most importantly. So if we're gambling, we just pick this fight to go the distance, because I'm fairly confident this is a women's fight that goes the distance. Do I think Tatiana Suarez can get a submission in there on Lupi Godinez? Maybe. To be fair, if she commits to it and she's good on the chain wrestling, she very well could do it. It'd be interesting to see. It would be interesting to see. But yeah, we're gonna go with Tatiana Suarez. It's likely gonna be a decision, but there is potential for a submission in there. If I'm betting on it, I'm just gonna put does the fight go the distance? What's the point in fucking about with these boring women's fights? You know, just say it goes the distance and move on. If you're a gambler, man, that is. You know, if you're trying to be accurate and pick all your fights, then Tatiana Suarez. If it goes to a decision, Tatiana Suarez could eke it out with the grappling, and then again with the grappling, Tatiana Suarez, I feel, is more of a finisher in the grappling. She's more likely to get a submission over Lupita Godinez than the other way around, and vice versa. So yeah, we're going to go with Tatiana Suarez. It's likely going to be a decision, but there is potential for a submission finish in there, however slim. Next up is Mateusz Gamrot versus Esteban Ribovic. I lean towards Gamrot. I made a silly YouTube video being like, Mateusz Gamrot's the dark horse of the lightweight division, and that did not age well at all, because he got absolutely fucking mollywopped, didn't he? He got strangled. He didn't get molly. Yeah, he got strangled. God, when did I say it? It was for the Charles Oliveira fight. Yeah. He took that fight on short notice, though, to be fair to... to both of them, actually. Both of them took the fight on short notice. I feel like, did Oliveira take it on, like, days' notice? Or was it Gamrot that took... One of them took it on days' notice. I think it might have been Gamrot, you know. It might have been Gamrot who took it on a couple of days' notice. Anyway, Gamrot loses to Charles Oliveira. Charles is the GOAT, okay? Charles is, you know, one of the best. Won't hear otherwise. So yeah, you know, and losing to Dan Hooker isn't the best. We can just grapple Dan Hooker. I don't know what we're playing at Mateusz Gamrot. But for a little while there, I was thinking, you know, Mateusz Gamrot could be the dark horse of the lightweight division. And you know what? I still kind of believe it. And I think that if we can get past Esteban Ribovic, Mateusz Gamrot could still be my dark horse of the lightweight division. So yeah, I want to go with Mateusz Gamrot to beat Esteban Ribovic. Do I dare put a method to it? I feel like it's probably just going to be a decision anyway. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a decision, to be honest with you. Gamrot is, you know, not the most entertaining, but you know, he wins fights, man. He wins fights. That's all I can say about it. But yeah, Mateus Gamrot, always ready as well. I think he did take that fight on short notice with Oliveira because he's always fucking ready, man. Always ready. I'm remembering now, slowly but surely. But yeah, I'm going to go with Mateus Gamrot over Esteban Ribovic. I think it's going to be a decision. So yeah, I'm going to go with Mateus Gamrot by decision. On to the next one. We've got Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown. Couple of Randy Browns. I mean, what? Never mind. The fuck did I just say? Got a real problem with Randy Browns in the fucking hell. Can't say that. Can't say that. Anyway, moving on. It's 10 minutes in. No one will see that joke. You've all checked out, man. This is playing. Someone's asleep right now, watching this. It's just auto played. Yo, hi there. If you're still watching this 10 minutes in, we're doing Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown now. I swear. I lean towards Kevin Holland. I do lean towards Kevin Holland. It's a strange one. So like D-Rod, pick D-Rod over Kevin Holland any day. Mike Malott, I think I actually picked Kevin Holland to beat Mike Malott. But yeah, I picked D-Rod to beat him. I picked Vicente Luque. No, I picked Kevin Holland to beat Vicente Luque. I picked him to beat Gunnar Nelson. And I did pick Ryan the Ridder. So, a strange one. A strange one for me. I'm pretty good at detecting. Okay, I'm pretty good at detecting when Kevin Holland is going to be able to deal with a guy. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like Kevin Holland's going to be able to deal with Randy Brown. I think he's got the skills to pay the bills. So yeah, I do think Kevin Holland's going to be able to get this one done and bounce back. But that's just what Kevin Holland does. He'll lose 1 or 2 fights, bounce back. Lose 1 or 2 fights, bounce back. He's just kind of a genuine. He's a can, you know. Well, no title ambitions and whatnot. So he said, it's a shame, really. You know what the wasn't it like, didn't he win like the Gunnar Nelson fight and then be like, oh, I'm not here to talk about, or was it even the Ryan the Ridder fight? Was it the Ryan the Ridder fight? And he was like, I'm not here to win the belt. I don't care about the belt. I'm here for performance bonuses and to make money and entertain. And then I think after the Vicente Luque fight, he started talking about maybe having title aspirations because everyone was saying that shit was stupid. And then he loses 2 fights in a row. So I could see him bouncing back. I don't think he'll ever be champion. I think that ship's long sailed. Do I think he'll beat Randy Brown? Maybe. Maybe he'll beat Randy Brown. I half want to pick Randy Brown to chin Kevin Holland. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with Randy Brown. I don't even know why I'm trying to talk myself into picking Kevin Holland. I'm going with Randy Brown. I think Kevin Holland's going to do what Kevin Holland does. He's going to do okay for the first 30 seconds, and then he's going to get a bit carried away. He's going to start feeling himself a little bit. He's going to get a little bit carried away. He's going to get caught by Randy Brown once, and then he's going to throw the fight away, trying to score that 1 point back. That's what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to throw the fight away like he always does. He's going to get clipped with one thing. He's going to get clipped like what? It could even be a jab. But Kevin Holland has to try and he's got too much ego. He has to try and fucking score that point back. You know? And he's going to throw the whole fight away trying to do it. And that's usually how his fights go when he's on the losing side of them. So yeah, I'm going to go with Randy Brown. And you know what? I think Randy Brown chins him. I'm going to go with Randy Brown by TKO. Crazy maneuver. I'm going with Randy Brown by TKO. On to the next one. We've got Patricio Pitbull versus Adam Pico. What? Who cares, right? Exactly. Who cares? Yeah. No one cares, really, do they? Let's just be honest here. Who do I think's gonna win? I don't really care who's gonna win. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's. Who cares? Actually, who cares? I mean, Patricio's getting on a little bit now, down. I didn't realise he was that old. I didn't realise he was pushing 40 like that. I suppose that's why they're setting Pico up to fight him, because Pico's a fresh 29 going into 30. Oh, it's a tough one. We have got Pitbull as the favourite. Sorry, as the underdog. Yeah, it does seem like he's getting fed to Pico a little bit. And everyone's thinking of Pico knockouts on the cards. Maybe. Maybe. When's the last time he was chinned? And who chinned them? We're going to go with Adam Pico. We are going to go with Adam Pico. I think... I don't know about the knockout, though. I don't know about the knockout. I'm going to go with Aaron Pico by a decision. I don't think he's going to get the knockout. I like the idea. I think it'll be very entertaining to see. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's going to go to a decision. But I'm going to go with Aaron Pico by a decision. On to the next one. We've got Cub Swanson versus Nate Landwehr. Nate the Train. I'm going with Nate Landwehr just for the meme of it. Actually, I wonder what the odds are on this one. Nate Landwehr is the favourite. What? The slight favourite is Nate Landwehr over Cub Swanson. That's silly. No, that's actually silly. That's actually quite silly. I said that as a joke. I was joking when I said that. Are we seriously? Morgan Charrier is not a bad loss. Morgan Charrier is good. Look, me giving credit to a Frenchman. Ugh. Morgan Charrier is good. Duke Ho Choi's all right. Jamal Emmers isn't all that, to be honest with you. He beat him. Lost to Ige, I guess. Austin Lingo. Whereas a recent win over Billy Quarantillo. I suppose it was a year and 3 months ago. Yeah, against the younger Billy Quarantillo as well. Yeah, you know what we are? We're going to go with Nate the Train. We are actually sticking with Nate the Train to beat Cub Swanson. Do I think there'll be a finish? Probably not. No, I'm going to go with another decision. I'm going to go with Nate Landwehr by a decision over Cub Swanson. Madness. On to the next one. We've got Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. What a fight. Damn, Johnny Walker's just getting all the people that didn't do it. He got to fight. Johnny Walker is finishing off John Jones's opponents, you know? It's probably Johnny. John gets them first, chews them up, spits them out, and then Johnny Walker a few years later gets a hold of them and retires them. But yeah, you know, so we got Johnny Walker versus Dominic Reyes. I'm going to go with Johnny Walker. He's one of my favourite fighters at the minute. Yeah, him and Volta, both of them entertaining. I know that's one of my favourite fighters. Look at that record, man. Look at them last 5 fights. Awful. But yeah, it's Johnny Walker though, right? Johnny Walker. Gotta be done. But yeah, so where is it? So there we have it right there. Anthony Smith. Johnny Walker defeats Anthony Smith, and now he gets to fight Dominic Reyes. Both guys who gave John Jones a really hard time in their title fights against them. They really messed up Jones. Dominic Reyes arguably beat John Jones. So can Johnny Walker defend the Johnny? Can Johnny Walker defend the Johns and get this one done? And get this defense in there? Maybe, hopefully, for his sake, hopefully. Everyone thinks Reyes is gonna chin him. No, I'm going with Johnny Walker. I'm going with Johnny Walker to win this one. Johnny Walker by Looney Tune-esque KO. Johnny Walker's gonna... I don't know what he's gonna do. Johnny Walker's gonna paint the walkout, the tunnel for the walkout, on the wrong wall. And then Dominic Reyes is gonna walk into it and knock himself out. And the fight's gonna get cancelled. That's my prediction. Johnny Walker by KO. By TKO. On to the next one. We've got Curtis Blades versus Josh Hoker. Josh Hoker. I don't even know if I like Josh Hoker, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. He's been in Best Bits a couple of times just because he's mildly entertaining. But this whole... I'm not a wrestling fan. I'm not like a WWE fan. I'll be honest with you. I'm just not. I think the whole promotion side of it is very American and very fucking cheesy. Or Americans would say it's very corny. It's not entertaining. It's just not. It's painful to listen to. I'm not a child. You know, not a lot of children. I don't know how many children are watching this sport. You know? But I don't need a WWE style promo. What I need you to do, Josh Hoker, is to just get on the microphone and just say how it is. I don't need you to cut promos or breathe heavily into a microphone. You know, I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. I think Curtis Blades is going to win. Just saying it. I think Curtis Blades probably is going to be the stop to Hokett's little run. Because what is it? He gets into the UFC off Contender Series. He's knocked out 2 dudes. He knocked out Max Gallimimus. And he knocked out Denzel Freeman. So, you know, he's doing good. He's doing good. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to beat Curtis Blades. I've just got this. Curtis Blades isn't really. How do I describe this? Curtis Blades is really good. Curtis Blades is actually fairly decent, in my opinion. Like, actually decent. Actually a decent fighter. Decently well-rounded as well for heavyweight. Like, decently well-rounded for heavyweight. Sure, he's in a very poor heavyweight division, so maybe I'm kind of giving him more credit than he deserves. But, yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very, very, very difficult fight for Hoke. I feel like maybe that's why he's trying to really sell himself right now. Because he knows it too. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be going with Curtis Blades over Hoke. Don't get me wrong. Hoke could definitely put hands on Blades and chin him. Hoke could definitely, you know, wrestle with Blades and hold him down. Hoke is talented. Hoke, although new, we're not deluded. We know where Hoke's coming from. We know the skills Hoke possesses. They're just not mic skills, unfortunately. But yeah, we know the skills Hoke possesses, and it's, you know, it's heavyweight as well. So a punch can make a difference. A punch can make the difference and make or break the fight. But I do think Curtis Blades gets it done. Far higher caliber of opponent so far than Josh Hoke, if we're being honest. So we're just looking at this objectively. Far better quality of opponent for Curtis Blades so far. Sure, not always beating them, but putting on decent displays against a lot of them as well. Oh, this is Hoke's first test. So I'm going to pick against Hoke. I'm going to go with Curtis Blades. This is Hoke's first test. Big test. We'll just have to wait and see how he does with it. But I do think Curtis Blades gets this one done. Probably a decision for Curtis Blades, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling a decision for Curtis Blades. But now, we're on the co-main event. We've got Azamat Muzakhanov versus Paulo Costa. I want to go with Paulo Costa. Why? Because I'm a glutton for being wrong. I'm going to go with Paulo Costa. Why not? Be a laugh. It'd be a good giggle. It's on short notice. It's just... Jesus Christ, I'm going with the big underdog. I'm doing it. You better come in here with his secret juice. You better come in here with your secret juice, boy. No, yeah, I'm going with Paulo Costa, as ridiculous as it may seem. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I've just got this weird feeling that Paulo's going to get it done. Paulo Costa's a weird individual, and I feel like he's just not going to be scared of Azamat Muzakhanov. And I do think that is going to play a factor into it. I think he's not going to be worried about engaging with Azamat Muzakhanov anywhere. And I feel like he's going to kind of get in close because of that and kind of stifle the effective striking of Azamat Muzakhanov. Now, I could be completely wrong here, and Paulo Costa gets chinned immediately. Which, you know, that could very well happen. That could very, very, very well happen. Azamat Muzakhanov just chins Paulo Costa immediately. But I do think Paulo is tougher than that. I think he'll get in close. And I think he's going to stifle a lot of the striking of Azamat Muzakhanov. I think it's going to be a lot more down and gritty. And I think it goes to a decision also. I picked a lot of decisions for this card, haven't I? But yeah, I think Paulo Costa gets this one done by a decision. Big underdog there. Slight underdog. Slight underdog? Not even a big underdog. I think it'll be bigger at the time. Azamat Muzakhanov's quite good. But yeah, I'm going to go with Paulo Costa, another underdog. I feel like I picked a couple of underdogs for this one as well. That's just how it be, I suppose. But yeah, Paulo Costa gets it done. I think, I think he just disrespects Azamat Muzakhanov and doesn't really let Azamat play his game. He stifles the striking by being too close. And I think he's got enough in the grappling, or he's strong enough to kind of, to keep it neutral, if that makes sense. And I think he'll do the damage in the clinches and on the breaks and whatnot, and he'll just keep pushing forward and being a bit of a bruiser as he does and making it ugly as he does. And I think he'll be able to edge out a decision, or maybe even crack Azamat Muzakhanov, or even crack. He can hit hard. Paulo can hit hard. You just don't see it all that often. God knows why. But yeah, so we're gonna go with Paulo Costa, the slight underdog for this one. Fingers crossed. I imagine everyone else is going to be picking Azamat Murzakanov, to be honest with you. I do think it's a little bit of a crazy pick from me. But I've just got a feeling about Paulo, man. I've just got a feeling about Paulo Costa this time. And you know what? And to be fair, if he doesn't get it done, I don't know where Paulo Costa's place is anymore in the UFC if he can't get this one done, to be honest with you. Like, this is like, you know, I digress. Okay? Because we're going up to light heavyweights as well, right? Where is Paulo's place, if not here? This is on short notice. What the fuck? Anyway, wait, was this on short notice? I won't lie. I've been. No, okay, confusing. I haven't paid a lot of attention recently. I'll be honest with you. I've been busy. Busy season in the day job. But I'm actually on like a little bit of time off right now, so doing my prediction. Main event time. Enough about my day to day. Main event time. We've got Jiří Procházka versus Carlos Ulberg. You already know we're biased on this channel. We're going with Jiří Procházka. Modern Samurai. Honestly, I mean, he just doesn't let me down. He just doesn't let me down. Now, we'll ignore those 2 losses because we picked Alex Pereira because we knew that Jiří just wasn't going to be able to do it. It was like an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, that fight. Those fights, sorry. And, you know, even while he was unconscious, he was still standing and ready to fight. Was Jiří. But, yeah, looked awful against Rakic, sorry. Looked awful against Rakic. Manages to get the win. Manages to finish him. Bit shaky against Jamal Hill for a couple of seconds. Finished him. Managed to get the win. And then Khalil Roundtree battered him for, I don't know. The fight was like, what was it? It was a 5-round fight, right? So it was like a 25-minute fight. For 23 minutes, Khalil Roundtree beat the shit out of Jiří Procházka, and Jiří Procházka had no answers. And then suddenly, in the final round, Jiří Procházka found the secret and just put a beating on Khalil Roundtree and finished him. So yeah, I mean, Jiří Procházka is the kind of guy to just hang in there until he finds a solution. He is like an anime protagonist. He goes in there against his opponents and he gets beaten in the first round. He's like, I can't figure out his technique. I cannot figure out his technique. And his corner's like, you know, you just got to stay in there. And he goes in there and he gets beaten up and he stays safe and he's taking a beating. You're thinking, oh God, Jiří's taking another bloody beating. And the whole time he's just trying to figure out a solution. He's just trying to figure out something he's got in his arsenal that can counter whatever the other guy's doing. And it might take him the whole fight, but he will find it. And he will use it to devastating effect. And that's why I'm going with Jiří Procházka. 100%. No doubt in my mind Jiří wins this fight. Look, Carlos Ulberg's really good too. Like, really good too. Like, actually pretty good. I don't rate the Dominic Reyes knockout super, super highly. But that's still really good. It's still a really good performance right there. And then we go back, you know, he knocked out Alonzo Menesfield and Da Woon Jung. He got a submission over. But is he going to knock out Jiří Procházka? I don't think so. I don't think he has the power to put away Jiří Procházka. He doesn't have that Alex Pereira level power. He doesn't have that Alex Pereira level accuracy. You know, and I think Jiří's faced down the monster that is Alex Pereira twice now. And both times he's been... Think about it in the first fight. He gets knocked out in the first fight and like jumps back up and it's like, oh no, the fight's over. And he's like, oh no, I can't believe it. And then he goes into this... He knocks out Rakic in a fight that he was losing. He knocks out Rakic. Then he comes back for his rematch against Pereira. Goes out there and gets chinned again. But this time, he's fucking saved by the bell and he springs up and he's like, I'm good. And then he goes out there to fight him in the next round and just gets fucking head kicked, man. Gets head kicked and that's what puts him out. And even after the head kick, he still jumped to his feet and did like a stare down while he was wobbling and unconscious. Like, Procházka's toughness, Jiří Procházka's toughness and endurance is insane. His recoverability is insane. Getting wobbled by Khalil Roundtree repeatedly and just being like, no, shake it off. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not rocked. I'm not. Over and over again throughout that fight. Jiří Procházka's recovery, Jiří Procházka's chin, I think it's just going to be too much for Carlos Ulberg. And it's going to, like always, it's going to look like a tough fight for Jiří. It's going to be tough. He's going to be like, oh, how am I going to figure out this Carlos Ulberg guy? And he's just going to keep coming forward. He's going to keep trying things. And eventually something's going to work. And Jiří's going to get the win. I think he's probably going to finish Carlos Ulberg. Jiří Procházka's probably going to get a TKO over Carlos Ulberg. Simple as that. Simple as that. But yeah, so I'm going with Jiří Procházka over Carlos Ulberg fairly easily, to be honest with you. Everyone seems to agree with me anyway, so I'll take that. I'll take the Tapology odds with agreeing with me. Jiří is just, he is the modern day samurai. He is an anime protagonist, you know. He's an episode of Hajime no Ippo, an episode of Naruto, you know, oh, I don't know how to defeat my enemy, I've got to come up with a plan, that kind of thing. He does that so much during a fight, you can see it happen in real time. It's like watching the climax of your favourite anime. But that does conclude predictions for UFC 327. If you enjoyed them, subscribe for more. I don't know. Subscribe for more of these banging jokes. Remember earlier on when I said that we've got a problem with Randy Browns in the UK and then laughed hysterically? That was great. Remember the good times? I'm probably been arrested now. I'm probably in prison right now for saying that. So subscribe and free not so lethal. Keep your chin down and keep swinging. I'll see you in a few days.